Raiders' Antonio Pierce calls out players after blowout loss to Panthers. In a disappointing home opener, the Las Vegas Raiders were thoroughly defeated by the Carolina Panthers, 36-22. Prompting head coach Antonio Pierce to express his frustrations about the team's lack of effort. Pierce critiques player attitude. In his post-game remarks, Pierce lamented that some players made business decisions on the field, implying a lack of commitment that could jeopardize their jobs. He stated, "They didn't show up. There were definitely some individuals that made business decisions. And we'll make business decisions going forward as well." While he refrained from naming specific players, his comments raised concerns about accountability within the locker room. Panthers find offensive rhythm. The Panthers, who had struggled offensively in their first two games, turned to veteran quarterback Andy Dalton in place of Bryce Young. Dalton responded with a stellar performance, completing 70% of his passes for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was supported by Chuba Hubbard, who rushed for 114 yards, and Deontay Johnson, who caught 122 yards and a touchdown. This marked a significant turnaround for a Panthers offense that had scored just 13 points in its previous outings. The Raiders' defense failed to provide any meaningful resistance, allowing the Panthers to dominate throughout the game. Raiders' struggles continue. Las Vegas managed to add 15 points in the fourth quarter, but the game was largely decided by then. Pierce remarked, "The scheme wasn't good enough. We got our ass whooped." His frustration was palpable, especially considering the expectations for the team entering the season. Responses from team leaders, Pro Bowlers Davante Adams and Max Crosby, were asked about Pierce's comments but chose not to speculate on specific players. Adams expressed difficulty in identifying who may have been guilty of lacking effort, while Crosby acknowledged the need for self-reflection among the team. "We've got a lot of people that have to look in the mirror. It's a wake-up call," he said. Looking forward, this game marks a significant low point in Pierce's coaching tenure, which had begun with promise. How the Raiders respond in the coming weeks will be critical for both the players and the coaching staff as they seek to regain momentum and establish a stronger team dynamic. The pressure is now on as the Raiders aim to bounce back from this humiliating defeat.